Hi, welcome to Paradise Mountain Moments with TJ. This is the second in our mini sessions for our new series on flexibility and stability. And just to kind of recap where we went in our first session, we were talking about being able to just stand up and sit down with a confidence, with a stability. And we talked about using our inner core in order to do that, and not just using our arms and our hands to push ourselves up off of our seats. So to kind of recap, we may want to make sure that we are using a chair that has a good firm base on it, hard base, and that sits stably on the ground. Preferably with no arms so that you have plenty of room to relax your arms. You can do this from the side of the bed when you're getting up out of your chair, or other times that you're moving up and down. But make sure when you're doing your standing and your sitting that you have stable feet and that you're pulling from your core, and kind of use that image of a hook underneath your sternum, underneath the breastplate. That imagine a hook there that's rising up and lifting your chest up and open. So that's how we want to be able to move up and down, standing and sitting, moving out of our tendencies to accommodate too much using our arms and hands. And we can use our arms and hands when we stand up and sit down, just as a stabilizing factor. But try not to use the strength there. Draw your strength from your inner core. That's where our power is, and that's what we want to access. Okay, so that was session 1. Session 2, this one, we're going to talk about moving from the stability of the body and the flexibility of the body, which we will delve more into, don't get me wrong. But right this time, I want to focus on the stability and the flexibility of the breath. Breath is life. It is life moving in and out of us, feeding our nourishing our systems, offering oxygen, all kinds of the good stuff. You know that when you can't breathe, you're not moving and as flexible as you would be if your breath is flowing smoothly, quietly, and calmly in and out of your body. So that's what we're going to work on today. And then the final component that we'll work into this mix as we're moving along in this little video experiment that we're doing here is we're going to talk about the flexibility and stability of the mind and how to move that with the body, with the breath, in order to gain that still, calm, and tranquil mind that we all want, right? And as a reminder, my name is TJ. There is a subscribe button on the outside of this screen, and I encourage you to subscribe to that so that you don't miss a Paradise Mountain Moments as it comes along. And I'm not sure what the frequency is going to be yet on that. We're still working through the organic growth of this adventure that I'm on. And people have asked me, what is Paradise Mountain, and what are you trying to accomplish here? So Paradise Mountain is, in my opinion, a space, a state of mind that works in lovely connection with nature, with our inherent beauty and calm and fabulousness that we're given as human beings. Oh my gosh, how wonderful is it? We are really blessed. And so Paradise Mountain is a sense of space to invite everything and everyone into that space and help us to be the best we can be with where we are right now. I'm not a teacher. I am a neophyte at a lot of this stuff that I'm learning along the way. I come to this as someone in their 60s who is trying to get her strength back, become more of the vivacious person I used to be, and recapture some of that verve of life that we all have touched on and we want to regain as well. So if that's your gig, if that's your thing, if that's what you're wanting to focus on too, then I welcome you into this community space of the YouTube channel Envision More. And we'll be doing a lot more, a variety of things that we'll be offering. But this Paradise Mountain Moments is a way for me to get my feet wet and let us connect a little bit face to face. And we'll have more interaction as we go along. I'm not sure how it all works yet. I'm new to the technology, so bear with me. My goal is, as I learn it, I'm going to teach, share it with you, not teach it, but share it with you. And we'll be doing these quite frequently. So let's come together. Kind of relax. I'm noticing I'm out of whack here, so let me straighten up. Let's just arrive. Let's just settle. Today, we're going to be working in a seated position. So find yourself a seated position, whatever's comfortable for you. Making sure, again, that your spine, your neck, and your head are in a straight alignment, both forward, and if I were to turn you sideways like this, I want to make sure you're in a straight alignment that way too, okay? We don't want to lift our head back to try and straighten up. That's awkward. We don't want to drop our head down. We want to be in a straight, aligned area. Spine, neck, and head. Drop those shoulders so that they're not up around your neck. Let's relax a little bit. If you need to wiggle those out, let's wiggle out. We want to have our chest open and relaxed in a natural way. Don't strain it. Don't try and do this, okay? Again, we're keeping everything loose, relaxed. Think of this as self-nourishing. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do some self-nourishing. All right, so we've got all of this open. You need to move your neck. Go ahead and move your neck a little bit. Oh, one little tidbit before we get into the breathing. I learned something from my physical therapist the other day, and it's kind of cute. You do a Michael Jackson move, which who knew I would be doing Michael Jackson. But basically, you take your head and you tilt it down towards your shoulder, and you put, let's see, in this case, I'm putting my right arm behind my back just to kind of open up my chest. And then you tilt your head down looking at the floor. Now, the Michael Jackson move is you take your left hand, put it at the crown of your head just lightly, and gently pull, just to make that stretch a little bit more. And that'll really open up that neck, shoulder, all of this area through here. And then we switch and do it on the other side. Okay, so looking at the floor, over to our shoulder. Our left hand now is behind our back, and our right hand is tilting our head down just a little bit. To feel that, you should feel the stretch back through here. All right, so that's one thing I learned. Who knew? So I've been doing that quite frequently. It helps me to open up through here and relax the neck, the jaw, these muscles through here, and these muscles through here. The other place I want you to focus on relaxing, even the dimple has to relax. Around the eyes, relax this area. And then between the eyes, between the eyebrows, give yourself a gentle, just relax that forehead all over. Don't push too hard in the face. We're just gently, actually just sharing a little bit of touch with ourselves. Take it back through your temples if you want. Today, when we're doing our breathing exercise, we're going to focus on this area right through here. So we're going to focus on the base of the nostrils and the place where they come together, right in between our nose, right there, okay? So above your lip, right there, you see where I'm pointing? We want to focus on the nose. This is where we're going to bring our attention, and we're going to move up the channel of the nose and right into the inner part of the eye where it meets the bridge of the nose. So those are the areas that we're focusing on. The bridge of the nose, the eye, corner of the eyes, maybe even a little bit between the eyebrows, down through the channel of the nose on either side. We want to watch the breath as it's moving all through this area. Okay? Now, how are we going to do that? And why are we doing it? Well, we talked a little bit about that it provides us some stability and some flexibility in handling all the chaos in the outside world. You know, when we're under stress or we're concerned about our loved ones, maybe we're experiencing grief, maybe physical pain that you're going through right now. Maybe you're in a recovery state. Maybe you're just a little bit angry, things going on. Who knows? We all are approaching these times in a different way. So whatever that is, it's okay. Be with that, But what we want to do is when we feel us tensing up and watching our bodies, you know it, when you start tensing up in the jaw, right through there. Oh, these little chubby cheeks, they get so tense. If I tense up, I'm going to get up on my knees a little bit here. Hang on. If I tense up down in this area, in the above the belly button and below the rib cage, our adrenals are right in this area. And when we get tense, holy moly, that area feels like there's an elephant sitting on it, doesn't it? So all of this, we're going to relax all of this. But today we're going to focus up here, okay? So my point being, after all of that by keeping a still, calm, and tranquil breath and mind, we can influence the body. By keeping a still, calm, and tranquil body and breath, we can influence the mind. By keeping a still, calm, and tranquil body and mind, we can influence the breath. Okay? So this is the triangle that we're working within today. Okay? All right, you guys. Find you a still, calm, and tranquil seat that you feel comfortable in. Make sure your feet are flat on the floor if at all possible, or at least touching the floor. You want your legs relaxed. You want your arms relaxed. Like I say, we have the rest of our body fairly relaxed. You've done your stretches. Okay, I'm going back down now. All right. Okay, let's calm the breath. Open the chest. If you feel more comfortable doing this with your eyes closed, I'll try and make this as clear in my direction so that you're able to do that. The key is to focus on the areas that we're pointing to or talking about. Keep your mind as focused on that small area as you can. Stay as relaxed as you are able. If your mind wanders, just bring it back gently back to the base of the nose. Okay? It's very simple. It's not easy, but it's very simple. And the goal of all of this is to smooth our breath as time goes by. We're not trying to do all of that today. Today we're observing. But our goal will be to have a smooth breath, no jerkiness, quiet breath with as little wheezing as possible, and a controlled breath. Almost in the subconscious. The breathing, we don't have to think about breathing. It happens. It just happens. And today we're going to observe what's happening in our own bodies. Our body is going to be our laboratory. Our lungs are going to be our laboratory. Our nose is going to be our laboratory. Okay? So let's find your seat. Relax those arms and legs. Close your eyes if you want to. And let's just watch the breath. And the area we're watching the breath in is at the base of the nose and where the nostrils meet. The base of the nostrils and where they meet. So observe the breath. Take a moment. Just breathe a few times. Don't try and change the breath. Just observe it. On the inhale, And on the exhale, observe it. Is the air cool going into your nostrils? Is the air warmer, slightly warmer on the exhale where it exits the body? And we check that out at the base of the nose, right where the nostrils meet. That's all we're focusing on right now, the base of the nose where the nostrils meet. Watch the breath with your inner eye. Don't try and move your eyes, the physical eyes. We're just watching it with our inner eye. Watch the breath. Observe the breath as it moves in the nostrils and out of the nostrils. Are you leaning forward a little bit? Let's see if we can straighten that spine and gently straighten the neck and head, bringing them into alignment, but still focusing on the breath. Has your face kind of crunched up, trying to focus so hard on the breath? Let's relax it. Relax around the eyes. Relax between the eyebrows. Relax around the mouth and jaw. Still breathing, still observing through the nostrils and the base of the nose where they meet. Watching that breath. After you've inhaled and exhaled a couple of times naturally, on your next inhale, watch the breath go up the nasal channels on either side. Again, with your eyes closed or internally, relaxing the physical eyes. We're just watching it through our inner eye, watching the breath go through the nostrils, up the inner channels of the nose, and then out again. So on the inhale, the breath is coming up the nostrils, and on the exhale, moving downward out of the nostrils. And we watch that, the up motion and the down motion, in and out. Whatever your natural rhythm is for breathing, we're just observing. So on the next inhale, after you've observed the breath, let's bring the breath up those channels of the nostril and then into the area around the corner of the eyes at the bridge of the nose where it meets, right in the inner corners. On the inhale, and then exhale down through the channels of the nose and at the base of the nostrils. Watching with our inner eye. Inhaling, moving up through the nostrils and into the corners of the inner eye, nourishing, relaxing, letting that sweetness flow back down on the exhale through the channels of the nose and out through the base of the nostrils. Relaxed, just observing the breath. No strain, relax the eyes. Now, how is that breath? What's the texture of the breath? Is it jerky? Is it kind of shredded, where you feel some wheezing in there and heaviness? Just keep observing. Do you breathe more on the left side than the right side? Watching the breath move up through the channels into the inner corner of the eye. On the exhale, flowing back down through the channels and down to the base of the nose. When the breath exits your body, and it's a little warmer, it's been in your body, where does it exit to? Become aware of the space between your upper lip and your lower nostrils, Become aware of that space where your breath, that warm breath, exits into all of this area. Just become aware of it. How does your breath move? Breath is life. It's with us every day, in every moment. We want to respect the breath. Give love for the breath. It is life. It is life. Whether our lungs are in a state of stress or our lungs are relaxed and open and healthy, the breath still supports us. The breath is still our friend. From the base of the nostrils up through the channels, slowly, naturally, up to the inner corners of the eyes, and then on the exhale, back down again, slowly moving through the nostrils and out the base of the nostril, nourishing, nourishing, nourishing. So we're going to come out of this now. We've focused on it. We'll work on our breath more in future sessions. For now, let's take our hands, palm to palm, rub them together to get some friction working. Your eyes are still closed. Friction. And then lay the palms of your hands over your eyes, your closed eyes. Let them nourish your brain, all that area, all those connections up through that area, all the blood cells and wondrous protein actions that are working to keep our brain healthy and wonderful. Nourishing the eyes. My goodness, what a gift the eyes are. Isn't that true? Just breathe. Breathe in that gratefulness. Now gently, while your hands are over your eyes, open your eyes gently. Again, letting the heat of that friction move through, letting that energy move through and nourish. And now we can slowly remove our eyes. And for me, I always give a little namaste because I am so grateful for all of this wondrous gift here. You know, as when you lose your breath, you become so appreciative of a healthy, wondrous breath, right? It becomes a precious thing. It always is precious, but it comes to our consciousness more as a precious thing. So let's take a moment, now that we've done a couple of breathing exercises, and let's look at how our body, inside and out, is feeling. Are we a little more at peace? A little more grounded in our seat? I notice right now my shoulders are a little lower than they were when we started this video. My mind is calmer. I'm not clenching my jaw. And the great thing about an exercise like this, it is so small and so easy to do in our day-to-day life that the moment that I feel myself gripping my breath or holding my breath or wheezing a little bit or having my shoulders up around my neck, the moment I start feeling those feelings and observing them in my body, I can come back immediately in my observation to the base of the nose and observing the breath moving up my nose and into the corner of my eyes and back down. I have power over that. My mind can grasp that, right? Can not grasp, that's not a good word. My mind can observe that. All right? So the breath brings us stability and being able to work with our outside circumstances, whatever those may be. It brings us flexibility that I can control my breath and observe my breath and know that I'm safe in my breath. Even when I'm out of control with the world, I can't control the world, all I see is chaos, whether it's family and friends and finances and health and grief and despair, anxiety, all of those things, all of those conditions that we have entangled in our worlds. Observing the breath, learning how to sit and stand with confidence, learning our inner strength in our gut, bringing that in. We have some autonomy and control here. And ironically, I don't know if it's ironic or not, but anyway, also we don't just have autonomy, we have connection. That breath that I'm breathing is in truth the same breath you're breathing, right? So that's what connects us. The space that's around us. We may feel separate when we're homebound. We may feel no one understands the issues we're going through. Oh my goodness. But our breath is with us. And without getting into religion or spirituality or anything like that, the breath is what connects us. To this world, right? And beyond. Heart to heart. So I hope we can take this community, this virtual community that we're building here of friendships and sharing of common experiences. I hope we can build something that strengthens you and me and our friends and brothers out there in the world. It's a big, big world, and there's a lot of issues right now. So what I want to begin to do is at the end of each session that we're doing, I want to take 2 minutes or so and together, let's close our eyes and whatever religion, creed, belief, wherever you're coming from, wherever you draw your strength from, I want to bring that focus, that positive focus. Let's close our eyes, and this will just take a couple of minutes. Find our center, watch our breath, and just for a couple of minutes, take that peace that you're feeling right now open your heart, and let's extend that peace, that unconditional love, to all thinking, feeling creatures in this world. The fishes, the wild animals, the birds, the insects, everything that makes our diverse world what it is, its beautiful self. Let's pray for our beautiful earth that we live on, that we abide in, that we are a part of, that nourishes us, that accommodates us, that supports us. Think of what you're sitting on right now and how it's connected way down into the earth. Think of the air that you're breathing right now and how it's connected outwardly into the sky. Think of every being around the world. There's such diversity and there's such wonder and beauty in our oceans and our rivers. Let's just hold that in the peace that we are and that we embody right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give gratitude. See it healthy. See it new. It's springtime. Let's bring the new into this beautiful world as best as we can. Mother Nature's surely doing it, don't you think? Flowers are blooming. Birds are flying. Cattle are being born in the fields. Fantastic. All right. Let's, with our eyes closed, come back into our own being. You can open your eyes gently. Feel the good for our world. All is well. Please incorporate these small suggestions and experiences into your daily life. When you're standing and sitting, use your inner core. When you become tense or anxious with the breath, observe it. Just observe. Come back to the breath at the base of the nostrils. It'll bring you great peace. It has for me, I know that. So, let's close this up. I wish you well. I wish you good health. Namaste, y'all. Take care. Until next time. Paradise Mountain Moments with TJ.